Let food be thy medicine. Let food be thy medicine shall be thy food. A few days back, I met Mr. Happy, who looked quite sad. On being asked, I got to know that on one hand, he was suffering from anemia and other deficiency disorders, and on the other hand, he was obese and had diabetes. The doctor treating obesity and diabetes advised him to exercise and diet, but his iron and calcium deficiency acted as a hurdle. This case made me dive deep in finding answers to the question: is there any food that can address multiple health issues? Something that can work upon obesity without compromising the nutritional needs of the body? Good morning, everyone. My name is Koel Acharji and I am from Alok Public School, Silvassa, present before you to share my views on the topic. Millets, a superfood or a diet fad. Millet is a collective term referring to a number of small seeded annual grasses cultivated as a grain crop. This chart shows us the balanced nutritional content of millets as compared to that of the regular grains. Although the Green Revolution initiated in the 1960s in order to increase the food production and alleviate the extreme poverty and malnourishment in India, it had a significant impact on the millet production as well. The shift towards modern agricultural practices and the promotion of rice and wheat led to a significant decline in the production of millets. But now, once again, millets have made a comeback with India's proposal and the UN's acceptance of celebrating the year 2023 as the International Year of Millets. These are the 7 sutras launched by the Indian government under the IYM 2023 and the outline areas are displayed. P.V. Satish has pioneered the revival of millets in India. Do you recognize this person? Anyone? He is Dr. Khadar Wali, the Millet Man of India. He has been awarded the Padma Shri Award this year for his work in reviving 5 kinds of disappearing millets, and he named them Shri Dhanya, which means wealthy grains. All the grains are positive millets. Another significant contributor is Lahiri Bai, who is a tribal woman belonging from the Baiga tribe and has built a seed bank of over 150 rare millets in India. But why is there a need to revive millet cultivation? Let us see this at various levels. At an individual level, millet consists of a lot of compounds that immensely benefit our health. For example, the ferulic and phytic acid stimulates the wound healing process and lowers the bad cholesterol. Phenols and tannins are known to inhibit the cardiovascular diseases, lowers the blood pressure, and also cures diabetes. Lysine and proline create collagen in the body, thereby improving the skin elasticity and the quality of the hair. No wonder our grandmothers never had to go to beauty parlors for hair and skin treatment, isn't it? Then, what are the benefits to the farmers? Millets are not input intensive. Millets are not input intensive. They are resistant to pests, diseases, climatic stress, and are also photoinsensitive. Then, what are the benefits at the global level? India is the largest producer and the largest exporter of millets globally. As the demand of millet rises quickly, more number of business opportunities are being created for the entrepreneurs. Then, what are the benefits to the environment? Millets actually help in the mitigation of the recent climate changes, as the cultivation is actually decreasing the concentration of carbon dioxide in the atmosphere. I remember a quote: "The greatest enemy of truth is often not the lie, but the unrealistic myth." Now let us see some of the myths associated with millets. Myth number 1. Cooking with millet is difficult and doesn't taste good as rice and wheat. It's easy to blame the millet than the cook. But honestly, have you tried it? It's easy. Just use your usual recipe, substituting millets in the place of rice and wheat, and see how healthy and tasty your food becomes. Myth number 2. Millet is just a new craze. Millet seems to be a new trend these days, but in India, They have been mentioned in the oldest Yajurveda text. Myth number 3. Millet causes thyroid dysfunction. Some of the rural communities in India consuming millets at a regular basis do not have any reports mentioning endemic goiter. Myth number 4. Millet is a poor man's food. Yes, it does provide nutrition to a farmer engaged in strenuous activities, but is equally important and nutritious for people suffering from lifestyle diseases, which has become such a frequent issue. As the saying goes, practice what you preach. I have also started including millets in my diet. Lastly, I would like to say that balance is the key to a healthy life. Whether it be work-life balance, balancing dreams and reality, or be it food, including millets in your diet in a balanced and scientific manner is definitely going to help you in achieving good health. I strongly believe that millet is a superfood and not a passing diet fad. Thank you, and I wish you all a healthy and a happy life ahead.